an extension off of the video yesterday about my client putting together in her moving forward that she was going to have to face more work to sort of unsee the imaging and the diagnostics and the verbiage and the stories around what was told to her about her body. And this is stemming from also the video I did. I'm a cinephile. I love movies. There's a movie called Changeland, Seth Green's directorial debut. Stars Macaulay Culkin and his wife, Breckin Meyer, and it takes place in Thailand, and it's just the evolution of his character and all the different players involved and the visuals and everything, the simplicity of it, the lower budget of it. I just visit it often, but Randy Orton is a former wrestler, and he has a profound statement in the movie. And he's taking Seth Green, who's a character who's going through a lot of changes in his life and trying to face things, and he's been doing things to keep peace. And Randy Orton befriends him and points out, and he goes, what are all these people in this bar looking for? What do they want? Why are they all here in Thailand looking for this? And he said they all want to feel safe, loved, and understood. And that's not new. We've heard that before. Psychotherapists have said that before. There's been many memes and many philosophers and wise people in the history of the world, documented world at least, that have said that before. And something I want to, again, bring back and also tie into this, my client's experience, is if you want to feel safe, loved, and understood, and I could think that's universal across the board. When you sit and think about it, it's like, my God, safety, sure. Loved, okay. Understood, one of the biggest ones. Holy shit. But to even think that we could receive that from somebody else when we aren't that in our own skin, within our own bodies. And so I've made a video before about that, where if you're wanting to receive safety or feel safety and love and understanding from anybody, family, deep relationship, friends, fucking society, your clients, whatever it's going to be, it has to be with you first. And right now, all of medicine, the world, movies, scripts, books, podcasts, news, science, schools, religion, everybody is pitching the story that your body is something to be feared and manipulated and controlled. And if you don't do this, your body's going to turn against you. And your body is going to attack you. And your body's going to limit you from your best life. And that literally is the baseline common denominator story worldwide. So how much work do we have to do to feel safe, loved, and understood within our own skin? And starting with, your symptoms and injuries are never against you, they are for you. And you're going to have to go towards symptoms and injuries rather than prevention, fix, curing, manipulating, treating. Because every single time you fix, cure, treat, manipulate, and try to prevent, you're basically saying that you're terrified of your body. And as you're terrified of your body, there won't be trust with you. You won't feel safe with you. You won't understand you. And this is what is getting me to my closing point. You won't be able to receive that from somebody else other than just this kind of superficial, manufactured, synthetic, like the way the world is. Everything's synthetic, everything's fake, everything's copied and pasted, everything is, and some people might be okay with that, but you're going to have to be at peace with that. But again, to feel safe, loved, and understood within your own body, your body's giving you opportunities to challenge this, earn this, experience this. Because how do you experience trust? You grow in it, you challenge it, you fail within it, you lose within it. And then you're still there doing it, and you're still there, and you're challenging it, and you're doing the work, and you're supporting, and you're listening. Like, oh my God, the amount of trust between two people doesn't even sniff the trust you will have with your body, because your body trusts you. It's time to, again, give it back, right? And so bringing us to, there's a big difference, bringing back to my client, where she went and the two professionals that she was working with showed her parts of her body and showed her measurements and had a story behind it that's very knowledgeable. And this is what I'm getting at to close up. There's a difference between knowing your body, having knowledge of your body, and then understanding your body. And so when we're talking about being safe, loved, and understood, knowing is not understanding. And now more than ever, we know so much. We have computers in our pockets. That's awesome. Oh, dolphins. Dolphins like that I just said that. I know, guys. We know so much. We have access to so much information that everybody knows everything. And if you're worse than that, and you've got a license or a degree or an education or a certification of any kind in medicine, healing, and coaching, holy shit, you know the worst amount. You would understand the least. That's why I say a joke I have in my head when somebody says they're triple board certified. If they're one board certified, they really don't know, don't understand the body. If they're double board certified, they double don't understand the body. And if they're triple board certified, because there's people that love talking about that, the board of certifiers, you know, you understand the least than the person who has one board certification. So there's a big difference between knowing, because she went into this to gain access, and all she got was knowledge, but the knowledge was showing her what's wrong with her, was showing her a picture and an image and words and an approach and habits and rituals and routines around this knowing your body is broken, flawed, wrong, and it's leaking through your whole body, and it's connected this, and it's creating this, and there's this cause, and there's an effect, and this is the root cause of blah, blah, blah. So the more we know, the less we understand, and that's across the board. I've said this in 25 years of practice of clinical work. The hardest clientele, the ones that take the longest, are the ones that know the most. That's not a black or white. You just have to unknow to understand, because where are you gaining this knowledge from? The source is coming from that story of fear and distrust around your body that I started this whole video with. It's around your body's going to attack you, and you're trying to feel safe, loved, and understood within your own skin. Safe, loved, and knowledgeable. No. Protective. Protective and fluffed with daily affirmations and knowledgeable. No, Jesus. Way different than safe, loved, and understood. So again, medical imaging, tests, lab work, the getting into doing any kind of work with anybody who's licensed or degreed or certified, the more you will know and see. If you've seen imaging, if you've heard impressions, if you've heard diagnostics, if you've heard labels, if you've taken on labels, you are going to have to dump all of that and work so hard to unknow that, to take back your identification being the truest version of you, which is through your symptoms and injuries, not absence of, or not fixing or beating or cutting out or treating. And it doesn't matter where you start this, at any time, even if you're missing most of your organs. You have multiple surgeries, you have new hips, new shoulders, it doesn't matter. You've got implants, you've got Botox, you've got fillers, you've got dyes, it doesn't matter. At any point you want to start, your body is that brilliant that it's ready to go. So again, you want to feel safe, loved, and understood, it's got to start with you. There's a big difference between knowing and understanding. Medical imaging, tests, labs, metrics, tests of any kind is more knowledge disconnecting you from understanding you. If you truly want to feel safe, loved, and understood, you're going to have to leave all the things that are driving the opposite, which is be terrified of yourself, be uncertain about yourself, fear yourself, and know so much about your blood and your hormones and your lymph. Know what the bones and joints are doing. Know what the organs are doing. Know what the brain scans look like. Know what your heart coherency is and your heart's doing. Know, and know what's in your apartment, and know what's in the water, and know what's in the... Wow. big difference between knowing and understanding. Safe, loved, and understood. You first.
Pelicans.
Boom.